This is an in-depth reading for the sign of Aries, designed for the energetic portal of March 2026. This analysis uses a convergence of divination, systems, the traditional tarot, the gypsy deck, Lenormand, the natural witch oracle, the animal spirit, wild unknown, and the planetary system to map the transition from brute force to conscious mastery. Tell me in the comments which city or country you are watching this video from. Now let's lay the Aries cards on the table. Saturn, Astrological System. Knight of Swords, Traditional Tarot. Pheno-Natural, Witch Oracle. Snake, Animal Spirit. The Magician, Traditional Tarot. The Birds, Gypsy. Lenormand deck. Mercury, Astrological System. Raven, Animal Spirit. The Star, Traditional Tarot. Neptune, Astrological System. The Key, Gypsy, Lenormand deck. Calendula, Natural Witch Oracle. Hummingbird, Animal Spirit. Ten of Wands, Traditional Tarot. Pluto, Astrological System. King of Pentacles, Traditional Tarot. The Fish, Gypsy, Lenormand deck. Beaver, Animal Spirit. Mint, Natural Witch Oracle. The Lovers, Traditional Tarot. Venus, Astrological System. Mars, Astrological System. The Bear, Gypsy, Lenormand Tarot. Lion, Animal Spirit. Rose, Natural Witch Oracle. The World, Traditional Tarot. Uranus, Astrological System. Eagle, Animal Spirit. Sage, Natural Witch Oracle. Wolf, Animal Spirit. Lavender, Natural Witch Oracle. 1. The Entrance Portal. The state of shock and awakening. The friction of the soul and redirection, Aries. You arrive at this moment feeling an invisible pressure, as if the tectonic plates of your reality were moving beneath your feet. The card from the Astrological System. Saturn emerges at the center of your reading, indicating that the time of unbridled will has reached the limit of the structure. Saturn does not come to punish, but to offer the necessary rigor so that your fire does not dissipate into smoke. Alongside this restrictive energy, the traditional tarot brings the Knight of Swords. There is an urgency within you, a need to cut the Gordian knot with a single word or impetuous decision. However, the Natural Witch's Oracle presents the card of Fennel, purification and protection. The message here is clear. Before advancing with the sword, you must cleanse the toxins of anxiety. If you try to break down the door that Saturn has closed, you will cause a rupture that will take months to heal. The current blockage is, in fact, a sanctuary of protection against a choice that would lead you to burnout. In the animal spirit, we find the snake. This animal indicates that you are in the process of shedding your skin. The old skin is tight, itchy, and distorts your vision. Do not fight the shedding process. What you call an obstacle is just the old skin hindering your movements. Breathe through the transition. 2. The sector of identity, from reaction to sovereignty. The axis of self-knowledge. Your identity is undergoing a total re-engineering. In traditional tarot, the magician takes the command post. You possess all the elements, fire, earth, air, and water. But until now, you were only using fire. The magician asks you to learn to manipulate reality through subtlety. If the direct path is blocked, use emotional intelligence or material strategy. The Gypsy Tarot, Lenormand, brings the Birds card. This card speaks of mental agitation and ephemeral conversations that may be draining your energy. Aries, you are hearing many voices, and this is creating a short circuit in your intuition. The combination of the magician with the birds suggests that your magic lies in conscious communication, not in shouting. Deepening this analysis, the astrological system. Mercury appears retrograde in Pisces, plunging your logic into deep and nebulous waters. You will not be able to solve this month's problems using only mathematics or linear reason. The raven's animal spirit appears here to remind you that the knowledge you seek is in the shadows, in dreams, and in the signs of everyday life. The raven brings the magic of emptiness. It is in not knowing that the true answer will be revealed. Stop trying to categorize the future and start feeling it. 3. Vision and purpose, the lantern in the fog, the path of the star and inner judgment. There is a vital need to reconnect with your north. In traditional tarot, the star shines alone. It represents your renewed hope and the healing of old wounds. However, it is accompanied by the astrological system, Neptune. This combination is sublime but dangerous. It brings prophetic visions, but also the risk of disillusionment. You need to anchor your dreams in practical reality. In the Gypsy cards, the star is reinforced by the key card. This indicates that the solution to your current dilemmas will not come from an external effort, but from an internal opening. You already have the key. What is lacking is the courage to turn the lock on a door you have kept locked for fear of shining too brightly. The Natural Witch Oracle gives us the Calendula card, resilience and sunlight. Even in the deep waters of Neptune, Calendula insists that you keep your inner fire burning. Don't let the melancholy of others or the chaos of the world extinguish your joy. The hummingbird animal spirit reinforces this message. Seek nectar, sweetness, and lightness. If a situation is too heavy, it's not for you right now. The purpose of your life now is to learn to be victorious through grace, not just strength. 4. Materiality and flow, the alchemy of abundance. The transition from effort to mastery. This is perhaps the most crucial point of your reading, Aries. The traditional tarot presents the Ten of Wands, the card of the heavy burden. You are carrying responsibilities that are not yours, or perhaps you are trying to maintain a lifestyle or a business through extreme sacrifice. The Astrological System. Pluto comes in here to say, something needs to die for abundance to be born. You must incinerate the concept that to live is to suffer. The energy replacement occurs when we introduce the King of Pentacles from the tarot. The king does not carry the weight. He dominates the terrain. He knows that the earth produces on its own if it is well cared for. In the Gypsy deck, the fish card confirms that money and opportunities are flowing around you, but you are so busy carrying the logs of the Ten of Wands that you cannot open your hands to fish. The beaver animal spirit brings practical advice. Build solid foundations, but intelligently. The beaver works hard, but he creates a structure that works for him. The Natural Witch Oracle, with the Mint card, prosperity and vitality, suggests an energetic cleansing of your work environment. Remove what is stagnant. This month's financial flow is linked to your ability to simplify and delegate. Less is more. Where can you be 20% more efficient to achieve an 80% return? 5. The relational field, sovereignty and magnetism. The encounter with sovereign otherness. In relationships, the dynamic shifts from conquest to resonance. The traditional tarot brings the Lovers, indicating soul choices and partnerships of destiny. However, this is not a partnership of dependence. The Astrological System. Venus, in conjunction with Mars, signals a balance between the feminine and the masculine within you. In the Gypsy Tarot, the Bear card appears. The bear represents a protective force, but also someone who demands respect and has clear boundaries. You may find someone, or develop in yourself, an attitude of unwavering sovereignty. This is a person who does not let themselves be controlled by their Aries temperament. In animal spirit, the lion roars here. The lion doesn't need to prove its king. Its presence is enough. The Natural Witch gives us the rose, love and mystery. There is a deep sweetness available to you, but it comes with thorns. The thorns are your limits. Learn to say no with love so that your yes has real value. If you are seeking connection, it will come through your authenticity, not your usefulness. Stop trying to be useful to people and start being present. 6. The Council of the Future Self. The role G, the leap of consciousness, your future self, looks at you now with the authority of the world in the traditional tarot. You have completed an epic journey. The astrological system, Uranus, indicates that a sudden break with the past is guaranteed. You are changing roles from the warrior who seeks territory to the emperor who governs peace. The Gypsy deck brings the ship card. A journey, physical or metaphorical, is on the horizon. You are leaving the shallow waters of your old identity and heading out into the open ocean. The eagle animal spirit asks you to soar higher to see the bigger picture. From where you are now, problems seem like mountains. From the eagle's perspective, they are just ripples in the terrain. The Natural Witch Oracle closes this sector with sage wisdom and purification. Clear your mind of old scripts of failure. You are no longer the person who needed to fight for crumbs of recognition. Sage purifies your path so that you enter your new reality with clean hands and a light heart. 7. Final Synthesis. The Manifestation Protocol Aries. Your reading is a symphony of transition. You are being invited to leave the frequency of survival and enter the frequency of conscious creation. The pillars of your journey, planetary pillar Mars, astrological system. Your ruling planet asks you to channel your anger into creativity. Don't waste your ammunition on those who don't deserve your war. Animal pillar, wolf, animal spirit. Trust your social instincts. Find your pack, but maintain your individuality. The wolf knows when to hunt alone and when to howl with the group. Botanical pillar, lavender, natural witch, bring calm to your nervous system. Anxiety is the only thing that can cloud your crystal clear vision this month. Abundance money is coming is a natural consequence of your new posture. By ceasing to force reality, you allow reality to organize itself around you. You are the magician, the king, and the world. The only thing left to do is accept that the struggle is over and the construction has begun. Spiritual message, the awakening of sovereignty, from warrior to Aries. You are crossing a portal where brute force bows to conscious mastery. The universe is no longer asking you to break down doors, but to learn to use the key that is already in your hands. This is a reading of profound transition. You are ceasing to be the one who fights against life, to become the one who shapes it. Alignment with structure Saturn, and the night you feel the urgency of the Knight of Swords. But Saturn imposes a sacred limit. Do not see the blockage as a punishment, but as protection. The fennel and the serpent whispered that this is the time to shed your skin. Anxiety is the toxin you need to purify before moving forward. Breathe. What seems like stagnation is actually the time needed for your new skin to strengthen. The magic of mind and spirit, the magician and the star, with the magician by your side. You remember that you hold all the elements to create your reality. However, with Mercury and Neptune bringing fog and depth, your main tool will not be cold logic, but the intuition of the raven and the lightness of the hummingbird. The star shines, indicating that healing has arrived. Trust the signs, the dreams, and the not knowing. The answer you seek is not in the noise, but in the silence between the words. The alchemy of prosperity, King of Pentacles and Pluto. The weight you carry, the Ten of Wands, needs to be incinerated by Pluto. You were not made for extreme sacrifice, but for the abundance of the King of Pentacles, the flow of fish, and the intelligence of the beaver show that prosperity comes when you stop carrying the world on your shoulders and start organizing your kingdom. Clear your space with mint and leave the unnecessary behind. Where you simplify, money flows. The magnetism of the heart, the lovers, and the lion. In relationships, your fire finds balance. Venus and Mars embrace within you, allowing you to relate from your integrity, not your neediness. The bear and the lion ask you to occupy your space with dignity. There is no need to roar to be respected. Your presence is your greatest argument. Cultivate the sweetness of the rose, but keep the thorns of your boundaries well defined. The old cycle closes with the World card. You are ready for the ship to sail into wider waters. The ego lends you a high-level perspective. What once seemed an insurmountable problem is now just a detail in the tapestry of your evolution. Purify your thoughts with sage and embrace the rest of lavender. I release the burden of struggle and assume the throne of my own existence. I am the magician of my destiny and the star of my own path. Abundance is your natural state when your peace is your priority. Gratitude for honoring your journey and reaching this awakening. Your presence here is the first step towards your new mastery. Do not let this energy dissipate. Click now on the videos that appear on the screen to deepen your connection and master the next portals of 2026. Subscribe to the channel to secure your exclusive place in our egregore and share this light with those who also need to transmute burden into power. Your voice is essential, so leave your comment below. What kind of revelation do you want me to bring in the next videos? Seize this opportunity for continuous improvement, because the knowledge you seek is just a click away.